Hello guys, I know it's been a considerable amount of time since I've actually done anything related to Godzilla, kind of. But I've decided to do a special video to take part in Omni Viewer's One Monstrous Moment series, in which many Godzilla related YouTubers would talk about a moment from a monster film that really stuck out to them and discuss why it did so. For my moment, I'll be taking one from the 2002 film Godzilla x Mechagodzilla, directed by Masaaki Tezuka. Many times, I find that the human aspect of these movies is greatly undervalued by the general Western audience. You know, the whole monsters are the only good part of these movies worth seeing shtick. I'll more than admit to the fact that not every Godzilla movie has a great human story, and that there are definitely films where I'm more drawn to the style, direction, and actors within the film rather than how complex or deep the characters and story are. However, I think there are many instances where that human aspect is actually really well done, and I actually think is worth talking about. What I feel that Godzilla x Mechagodzilla excels at is creating a human story and characters worth caring about that feel balanced with that special effects aspect. The scene in question that I'm going to talk about occurs somewhere around the middle of the film. Leading up to this scene, we've seen the main character Akane face adversity. From her own self-doubt after causing the death of her superior and others, to the younger brother of her dead comrade making her out to be a pariah among her team. This causes her to close herself off to everyone, shown by how she doesn't interact with any of her other teammates, and doesn't put on the Kiryu squad hat like everyone else. She continues to isolate herself, even after saving her fellow teammates after Kiryu goes berserk. She finds a hat tossed in front of her where she is sitting. She turns to look where it came from, and she sees the friendly and inviting faces of her teammates, including the one who threw her his hat. This shows that they've accepted her as one of them, that she is part of a team, and that she isn't alone. Hayama then complains about his teammates taking her side, which prompts Lieutenant Sekine to tell him to cut his attitude, and to remember that Akane isn't their enemy. So why would I choose such a brief scene, one that doesn't even have a monster or a fight in its runtime? Well, I think to really understand why this moment really stands out to me, I have to go into a bit of why I love this entry in the series so much. At its core, I've always felt this film was about people, the relationships between people, and how they grow through those relationships. It just so happens to be set in the backdrop of giant monsters fighting. Now bear with me please, I get this movie has giant monsters and robots, but hear me out on this. Throughout the movie, we really see Akane get beaten down from her own guilt and being berated by Hayama. And in this scene, her whole team accepts her and gives her a symbol of being a part of the team. Military characters have always been a staple in the Godzilla series. From the generals planning strategies to those in boardrooms watching on as the monsters fight, to the soldiers piloting various mechs and craft. But I feel that in Godzilla x Mechagodzilla we really get to see them as, well, people. Of course, before this, there were films that really made their military characters out to be more developed, but I feel this movie did it to the biggest extent. Even if the main focus isn't evenly distributed, there is still a sense of camaraderie among them, and that they are all working together for something. In that moment where they give her the hat, and we see their smiling faces, that camaraderie really comes through, and well, to be honest, that really clicks with me. One of the themes we see a lot in the older Godzilla films is this sense of unity in humanity in the face of a common threat. I believe Ishiro Honda used this in many of his films, and I feel this film does a great job of that, this scene particularly. Because, while yes, we've seen soldiers in these films fight together against a common enemy, I feel there are a few moments like these that really show that type of teamwork and unity on a more smaller and personal level. I guess you can say I find it a bit heartwarming when I see the team reach out to Akane like this, having one of them offer his own hat to her, to show her that she is a part of the team, that they accept her, and that she doesn't need to feel alone anymore. It also helps that the music in this scene is really beautiful and fitting, as to be expected from the great Michiru Oshima. And that is my moment. I would like to thank Omni Viewer for basically spearheading this whole sort of campaign thing, and for giving me the opportunity and chance to talk about a Godzilla movie that I really like a lot, and hopefully make a video that you guys all find good and entertaining. I hope to see you all again real soon, and until next time, take care.